All right, welcome one and all to the best podcast this side of the Mississippi for the North Carolina Tar Heels. I am one of your co-hosts with the most, captain of the Hooligan Express on this side of the planet. Tornado McCray, Myron McCray, as some have known to me, and that right there is my co-host. Man, tell the people who you are. Tell the people what you do.
What's good? What's happening? How you living? It's your boy, Rossbox26, aka Joel, coming back with another episode of North Carolina Live. So,
and we are showing on also the TCU channel right now. To the TCU fans, yes, we have invaded your space because y'all losing this week. It don't matter. I don't want to hear it. Y'all losing this week. So we on your channel making a whole lot of noise because we just feel like it.
And you can't stop us.
They really can't. We already here. What can you do? Nothing. Can't do a thing. Hold up. I am missing two things. Give me 22 seconds.
Do. Did he? Oh, okay. Yeah. So he transferred in last year. Cool. Da 4507. But now, what's good, folks? So, all right.
Had to get the right color, man.
You said I had to go suit up.
Heck yeah, I had to go suit up, bro. It is game week. We have been waiting all year. We've been waiting all year for this, dog. Are you not excited?
Oh no, I've been excited. I've been ready.
Like, are you not excited? Like, college football is back, dog. Like, we are back. It is time. It is time, man. And because first thing first, and you probably already said this, y'all make sure to join us live every Tuesday. I know it says 9. We have to go 9:15 because my co-host, he got a real job too, just like I do. And he be saving people. And they had a call at the last minute. That's the only reason why we did this at 9:15 tonight.
They really did. Like, I was supposed to be off work at 7 o'clock. They call us at 6:30 or 6:45 to go somewhere else. I ain't get back to where I was supposed to be till like 8:30.
I don't mean to put your business out there, but you be saving lives, bro. I got to give you praise where praise is due.
Appreciate it.
And also, y'all, I got the Wednesday Frosty. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta wait till this thing defrosts.
Oh, absolutely.
It's been in the freezer, though. It's been in the freezer. But man, you know what today starts? As we've already said, man. It's game week. It's game week versus TCU. Yeah, you like that little ram, the little sheep ram in there. yeah. Ramses has made an appearance. It is game week versus TCU. It's going down at Keenan Stadium on Monday, Labor Day. I think it's kind of cool that we got the Labor Day game on Monday night. I think that's really cool, in my opinion.
It's a freestanding game.
Like, I think that's dope. So obviously, going into the game, What are your expectations going into this game? I know I have some of my expectations in as well, but I want to know what's on your mind, what's on your
So,
heart, what's on your soul.
so I've been seeing a lot of comparisons or a lot of predictions lately. The last one I saw had TCU winning by a touchdown. I think it was 32-20. I think it was like 30. I think it was 34-27. I think what it was.
34-27, that's what they say.
And that's what they said was TCU beating North Carolina by a touchdown. I agree that I think it's going to be a touchdown game, but I think it's going to be a touchdown game in favor of North Carolina. Same score though. I think it's still going to be 34-27 by the end of the day.
Oh, you got 34-27 still?
Yeah, I think it's. I still think that works. I still think that's
I,
probably what's going to happen.
I'm actually going to go with a 27-24 game. It's either going to be a 27-24. I'm going 27-24. That's what I think is going to come down to. I think it's going to be a old school Belichick helps them orchestrate a great drive in the last minute, and they get a field goal to get out of there, to celebrate, kick off the season right, and do everything. And I'm looking at right now. So on ESPN on the matchup predictor, TCU is favored at 58.7% to win, compared to our 41.3%. TCU opens as the favorite on ESPN Bet Sportbook with a -3. They got -3 on the spread, and then the over/under is 56.5. And then the money line is -150 and for TCU, +130 for the Tar Heels. So right now, they got us as essentially the underdogs going into this game at home, which I find as blasphemous personally. That's just me personally. I may be biased, but some people may know that, some people may not. But overall, I think it's really going to be a good game. It's going to be a great way to end the first week of the college football season. And again, this ain't a TCU. This is a TCU team that did go what? Let me see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they went 8-4, 9-4, counting their bowl game last year. So they are no slouches. I'm not going to sit there and say they are a weak team by any means, but I feel as though the revamped North Carolina is going to be a different team than what teams have expected in the past.
Because I'm kind of going through some of their stats last year, right?
Yeah.
Because I know earlier we talked about it. We weren't particularly going to do it because we weren't really sure what each team was really going to look like.
I mean, in today's scope of college football, everybody looks different, bro. Like the team the year before is not the team you get, especially with the transfer portal rules.
Well, yeah, and mainly just based off of like who's still there and who's not. So
True.
as we go through this, I'm still writing down some numbers here.
Listen, y'all, that man, I respect my co-host. That man came straight from work, got straight home, tended to his family, then hopped right on. Like, so he doing his due diligence.
I'm getting some trying to get some key players and some key stats here that I find are important.
While you get those numbers, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions real quick just to help with you. All right. First questions first. Who's starting this week, Gio or Max? Who you got?
I still think Gio's starting this week.
You still got Gio?
Yeah, I still think Gio's starting this week.
All right. I want to go Max. I really do. Like my heart of hearts really wants to go Max, but I feel like there's been too much push on Gio, and he's kind of been the face of everything so far. I wouldn't be surprised to see Gio. My heart of heart wants to go Max, wants to say Max earned his spot back at the starter. Mm-hmm. But my heart of heart says Gio. Now, if Gio struggles off rip, I will say Belichick won't hesitate to put in the senior. He won't hesitate to put in Max because he knows Max has been in these positions.
This is true. That is very true. Because at the end of the day, it's like you got to go with who you know is going to help you win games the best.
It's like, who can win the game? And honestly, either one. But in my humble opinion, this is going to be Gio's first test. And if he can go up against a TCU and have a good game, bro doesn't have to have the perfect game, but if he can have a good game against TCU, and this is still the TCU of like last year, the 8-9 win TCU that was contending in their conference, that bodes a lot. That bodes well for UNC going forward.
That's really it. Like as long as you got somebody that's going to be able to come in, put the work in, and show that okay, I'm competent enough that we can get this done. Oh yeah, it's not even going to be an issue from there.
And so to follow that up, I'm gonna ask this question. I'll answer it first. It's like, how many rushing yards and TDs does Davian Gauss have? Davian Gauss have in the game? Because I think we all can agree he's probably going to be the lead back. And truth be told, I think Gauss will have 2 touchdowns for like 80 yards, 85 yards. And the 2 touchdowns is more so he gets them when they're in the red zone. And then throughout the day, he's just chewing up yards left and right, getting good quality yardage up and down the field. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Almost got it. I'm almost there.
You can tell this man is really focusing and thinking, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all see this. Oh, we got 5 people in here. Hey, how y'all doing? Half of them probably the TCU fans. Like, what are y'all doing on our page?
What are y'all here for? The talk smack. That's what we.
The talk smack, bro. Like, we've invaded your page, we've invaded your space, we've invaded your territory because that's just what we do. We coming in to take names, bro. And also, I'm taking y'all a taco buffet that y'all got around the corner. I saw y'all had that. I'm taking that. I just want y'all to know. What, bro? I mean, I'm just saying tacos are good, bro. I don't know one person that does not like tacos. And if you don't like tacos, you are downright inhuman.
I wouldn't say inhuman, but
you are inhuman. If you don't like tacos, you're inhuman. You're not un-American. You're not un-Canadian. You're not un-Venezuelan. You are inhuman. You ain't un-Russian. You're not unsweetened. Like, you are inhuman. Point blank period. If you do not like tacos,
that's terrible.
What? That you don't like tacos, or the numbers you put up?
Some of these numbers is crazy. But then again, they attempted a lot less on that, so that's okay. I guess I can deal with it.
Who, on our end or their end?
On our end.
Oof. Old regime. Old numbers. Don't even put too much into it, bro. Old regime. Don't even think about it. Old regime. That's it. Like, what are we talking about here? Because who hosts? You know what we should have did? We should have got the host of the TCU channel on here.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I didn't know I didn't know until linking it that if we had a TCU channel or not. But then again, that's on me.
And I know everybody's like, what is this man stalling for? I promise it's going to be worth it. Just bear with me.
I mean, I can rooster with you. I can bird with you.
Not bird.
I can bird with you. How about that? About to say, are you almost done? Or should we put? All right, there he
I'm done
goes.
now.
All
All right. So
what you got?
basically, had to go pull up, some team comparison.
Not you cut off.
But you know what happened? I moved my mic again. It was like, yeah, nah. But since we're not entirely sure exactly who all the starters are going to be, we're a little more confident on what TCU starters might look like. So I decided, let's pull up some possible, key starters and see what we got going on here. Some possible key starters and possible, stats and all that. So we do know for pretty sure that that James Hoover, John Hoover, whoever the Hoover, Josh Hoover, there we go.
He said James Hoover, John Hoover, Edgar Allan Hoover, Lakers
info. So basically, Josh Hoover is pretty much a lock for the starting quarterback position when it's coming into this. And looking at his stats from last year, going for almost 4,000 yards passing on 66.5% completion percentage, going 27 and 11 TD to turnovers or TD to interceptions. Kid looks efficient, especially when it comes down with an offense that also threw for 4,068 yards at averaging about 33.6 points a game. Also averaging 312 yards through the air per game.
How many did they average on the ground, though?
On the ground, very bad. Well, I wouldn't say very bad, but mediocre.
Was it under 110?
No, it was slightly over 110.
Okay. I was about to
say, but you can tell this is definitely...
Was it under 110? It's an aired out team.
But you can definitely tell it's an aired out team. So what you're going to really see coming in this first week is that TCU is 100% going to test North Carolina's secondary. That back five is going to have to put in a whole lot of work. Linebackers are going to have to keep their head on a swivel, and that pass rush is going to have to be real. Because what's going to happen is
that's why that run game house in them.
Like I said, that run game is not great because at the end of the day, 400 attempts for 1,481 yards, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Their top running back rushed for 460 last year.
Yeah, their top running back was 460 last year. So, yeah, Cam Cook ran for 460 on 119 attempts, 9 touchdowns, averaging 3.9 yards a carry. He, by himself, averaged more yards per carry than the team on its own, than the entire team. But then again, when you only rush for 460 yards on 119 attempts, that's about right. Yeah. So you don't really get a whole lot. They also ended up with a -6 turnover ratio. Yep, 18 fumbles lost, 11 fumbles that they brought back. But they also had 10 interceptions on defense last year. So total-wise, they had about a little over, almost 5,600 yards total for offense, averaging 426 yards per game. And like I said, and as you can tell from how it goes, most of that's going to be through the air. Now, here's where they did outshine North Carolina, though. They had a 43% third down efficiency compared to North Carolina's 33 or 37 and a half.
I can give you that.
And they also had a much higher fourth down efficiency at about 78%.
I mean,
compared to North Carolina's 49%.
Because North Carolina went 13. Yeah, North Carolina's 48% because they went 13 to 27. And TCU went 18 to 23. So I mean, yeah. But it also tells me that North Carolina was willing to risk it more. Like if it comes down to a situation, and if Bill is feeling froggy, pun intended, he gonna risk it too.
But here's the question though: when you see, and it's just basically comparing it between the two teams, when you see that they're willing to risk it more often, the real question is, what kind of situation were you in that forced you to have to risk those fourth downs?
More than likely,
like
you didn't have a kicker.
Most times because you're behind. Most
I
times it's either
say
because
most
you didn't
times
have a
is
kicker.
you ain't got a kicker.
Well, like I said, for me, like in college, you see more people having a kicker in college than you do
Oh,
anything else. Somebody's gonna kick the ball.
we got one comment. Let's see, TC
Yeah,
Thinkers Force YouTube
TCU is
Think says
definitely
seems like a pass first team. Oh, for sure,
yeah,
for
TCU is
sure, for
definitely a
sure.
pass first team, 100%.
They,
Because if you're comparing them, because even then last year their second leading receiver was Eric McAllister, had 39 receptions for 762 yards, averaging 19 and a half yards per catch, and 5 touchdowns. Their leading receiver is now in the NFL with the Raiders. So I couldn't really use his numbers because even his numbers with Beck had 1,034 yards.
mm, well, hey,
So, and then
I'm
on
just
top of
looking.
that, on us for us offensively, you also have to worry about a dude by the name of Bud Clark because Bud Clark had 44 solo tackles, 68 total tackles, 3 interceptions, 3 passes defended, and a forced fumble. So as of right now, he's definitely their leading defensive back when it comes down to TCU's defense. Linebacker wise, I couldn't really see anybody because the guy that they had stat wise, I think he's graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So their leading tackler who had 89 tackles last year, which is a very solid number.
So one thing I do want to see, and I do think is going to change because of Belichick, and you may have this already written down, the penalties. So I'm looking at both of them. TCU last year had 73 penalties for a total of 691 yards, as opposed to North Carolina last year had 98 penalties for 832 yards. You and I both know Belichick don't play penalties.
Oh, yeah,
Belichick
Belichick
don't play that. Don't play that. So to me, that right there is going to be one of those things that dictates this game because I feel as though Belichick's going to reduce that a lot. And if TCU's at the same level, that could be, even if they're just matching par for par, that's a whole lot fewer penalties for North Carolina that puts North Carolina in a much better position than last year's team.
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that, the time of possession is 29 minutes, 38 seconds.
To TCU's 28. And
So time
Belichick
of
loves
possession
time
wise,
of
they're
possession.
about same. Oh yeah, Belichick loves holding onto the ball as long as possible. The other problem is with TCU's penalty average, they only average about 53 yards a game compared to North Carolina's at 64.
Yeah.
Which is an outrageous which is not
It's not outrageous. It's not outrageous if like every penalty is a 10-yard penalty. Like if you get 6 holding penalties, that's boom. That's 60 yards.
It's not even that bad, even if you got a bunch of little ticky-tack ones like a false start or an offsides or something.
5-yard, 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 5-yard. It's just the fact that they add up because of the to get 64 yards means you had a minimum. You had a minimum of, let's say they were all face masks.
Face mask at least 15. 3 major penalties.
I was about to say face mask is 15, ain't it? It's still 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at minimum, if you're averaging 60 yards, you have 4. That's 4 face mask penalties. That's the lowest you're doing.
At least.
That's the lowest.
You have at least 3 major penalties. There's at least 2 15-yarders and at least a 10-yard penalty in there.
Right. And those are, and more likely than not, you and I both know football. Those are probably the drive killers. The third down penalties, the ones that happen on third down that you're just like, bruh, can we get off the field?
Oh yeah, they're full on undisciplined mistakes. Full on.
But I do want to ask you these questions too in regards to the game because it is game week and things like that. And we talked about Davian Gauss. All right. Which North Carolina receiver shows out this week? Is it Kobe Pay? Is it English? Hard. Stupid. Kobe Paysor, Jordan Ship, or somebody else? Which one do you think is going to show out?
I think Paysor steps up to the base on this one.
You think Paysor?
I think Paysor is the one that's going to step up and show like, yo.
Especially because he is kind of that leading guy.
That, and I think I think with all the support that he had, especially with him coming back and staying with North Carolina instead of transferring, I think that's going to show. I mean, that's going to bring a whole lot of specialty to that. It's going to bring a whole lot of motivation for him to go out and show out this year.
I think him and because last season, Paysor was the fourth best receiver in terms of the receiving core because he had 365 yards and 21 catches. He was only behind Amarian Hampton, John Copenhaver, and J.J. Jones.
Like now, receiving core wise, he was the second leading receiver.
Yeah, receiving core wise, taking out Hampton and Copenhaver, he was number 2. And then Jordan Shipp, he had 9 catches. He had 9 catches for 114 yards, but him coming back was also a huge deal as well, especially with Bill Belichick coming in. So I think it's going to be a great thing to see. I honestly am with Paysor, but I wouldn't be surprised if Shipp turns out to be the guy that has the first big game because people may not be focusing on him as much as Paysor.
Right. And I think it's also going to help him now that that you have 2 guys that are definitely willing to push the ball down the field.
Oh yeah, Gio gonna push it down the field, and I think Max if Max plays, he's gonna definitely be like, "Hey, yo, we airing this out if we can."
You have 2 far more efficient throw passers than you did last year. So I think that's definitely going to help everybody's totals from wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends. So it's not. I don't think that's going to be much of an issue at all.
Absolutely. And
you also have because even then, because I still think Davion Gauss is primed for a breakout season. Because think about just last season. 67 attempts, 326 yards, 4 touchdowns, averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
The boy was nice, and the only reason he ain't had more is because he was behind star Omarion Hampton, who is the star running back with the Chargers right now.
That part. And then giving more of the opportunity since we still have both French and Hood on the squad.
I really think that has the potential to be like a 3-headed monster of a problem.
Oh yeah, the whole Hydra issue. Because what's going to happen is because even French by himself, 10 attempts, 84 yards. Like he's still rolling, averaging 8.4 yards a carry. Hood 18 attempts for 81 yards, averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
Bro, if you look,
I think one of the running backs have a huge game. I think Hood's going to be used more in the receiving game.
And that was the thing.
Hood had only like 4 receptions for 37, but between him and Goss, he was only 7 yards off from Goss.
And I was just thinking that kind of like what I was thinking was, here comes Steve with this.
Steve.
Here comes Steve. Steve. Hey, I love it though. Steve said, "Hey, give Steve a good one, man. Give Steve a good." But like,
appreciate you, bro.
I'm looking at it, and when we're talking about that Hydra issue, I honestly see, as Thinkers Force said, you have 2 running backs who are great on the ground all year, and then you have that one running back. The third running back is the receiving back. So kind of like how the Panthers had Stewart and D'Angelo Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did that. But then you have another back. It's like if they would have had Christian McCaffrey at the time and they only used Christian McCaffrey as the receiving back. Imagine how much of an issue that would have been.
I mean, like you have just like Devontae and Coleman when they were in Atlanta.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, imagine you had those 2 ground and pound backs, but now you get to take them off. You don't have to decide between which ground and pound back you want out of receiving core. You got a legit receiving back. Be like, all right, 3rd down, we need a receiving back. Boom, here you go.
And like I said, and the best part is, so far as it shows, all of them can catch passes. Now, French had the least amount of attempts last year. He only had 1 reception for 2 yards, but
that man got the best. That man had the best rushing average at 8.4, and then came to receiving 1 catch. Here you go. That's all you get.
I mean, it's one of those things like you just didn't get the opportunity because he was also the 3rd back on the roster. Hood probably got more. Well, no, yeah, Hood got more rushing opportunities than he did anyway. Like Hood got 8 more carries compared to French last year anyway. So, like he was probably the 4th guy in the rotation in the first place.
Yeah, but bro, I ain't gonna
So
lie.
you weren't getting a whole.
That 8.4 is wild.
Oh yeah, like you got 8 years. You were moving. You were
You
moving.
were, hey, he was a walking first down essentially.
Dang near.
That man
Like
was a
you were ahead of the
walking
sticks
first
every
down.
time you got a ball. You were ahead of the sticks. It just there was no stopping that. And honestly, love to see it.
Walk them down. And then on the defensive end, because you love this man. You've loved this man since he's come onto the team. How many tackles you think for your boy Kamori House? How many tackles? You love the linebackers. You love the hitters.
I do.
You love the hitters.
Man, you ain't never lied.
How many
Now, you
times
talking about just this game or for the season?
Just for this game. Just for this game. Just for this game.
I think he comes out. I think he comes out with about 15. See here, Bill Belichick squads typically don't beat themselves. I think UNC is going to surprise some folks as long as he keeps Shorty away from the sidelines.
Did you say 15 for the game?
I think 15 for the game.
For the 15 for the whole. Wow.
I mean, we've seen it done before.
I'll give you 7. 15?
But nah, he probably gonna be moving like that. I'll probably say about 10. I think he can pull out 10 tackles.
All right.
That's if he has the starting job on top of that though.
10 I could see if he's like really moving and grooving like that. 10 I could see. I say 7 to 8 because I think the defense as a collective are going to be moving. And I think Steve Belichick is actually going to be calling up probably some great blitzes at the right time. And the other aspect that we haven't talked about, I don't think anybody's really addressed, is whether or not if the game is going to move slower or faster for all the coaches on this staff. So you know how, and what I mean by that, you know how usually when you go up in levels in sports, the game is moving faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like they tell college athletes all the time, when you get to the pros, everybody's that fast. So it's like when you're a high schooler, it's easy to see the threshold between you being great and the next guy is huge. That gap is huge. It's easily noticeable. College, it gets smaller. And then when you get to the pros, you're right on top of each other. It's like just a few inches here and there. What's the reverse going to be for the coaches who have been coaching like this long and who've coached at the NFL level? What's it going to be for them to be like, oh man, this is moving slow. This is moving slow to us.
I think for Bill,
I think it's possible.
I think for Bill, it's probably going to be one of those situations like this is moving slow. And I think for probably Freddie Kitchens, it's going to be like, okay, this is moving slow. Or at least for Freddie Kitchens, because since he's been there, he's already been at this level. He's already seen it. And he's also been at the NFL level. I think it's going to be moving slower for him. I think when it comes down to the newer members of the staff, it's going to probably be more of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Because you'll see some that'll be like, okay, let me see if I can settle these guys down real quick. Other ones like, nah, let's pick up the pace a little bit. So you never know. I think with Bill's sons, especially the main defensive coordinator, I think for him it's gonna be like, this is a little slow. Let's see if we can pick this pace up a little bit.
Yeah. And that's just something that I haven't seen too many people talk about, but I think is a legitimate aspect of the game. Is whether or not if it's going to be moving slower in the eyes of Bill and them, as opposed to a regular college coach who's like, man, this is moving real fast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then I think another person that's really going to stand out this season is Caleb Cost at defensive back.
Yeah.
Had 64 total tackles, 45 solos, 2 interceptions, and 4 passes defended last season.
Because he led the team in interception.
So I think there's going to be another step forward for him, along with Thaddeus.
I was about to say, Thaddeus is who I like. I'll be honest. I like Thad. I like Thad Dixon. And I'm asking now, does Thad get an interception this game? I think he does. I'm putting that out there. I think he does. I think this is icy.
I say there'll be at least 2 pass breakups and then an interception. I
If
feel like
you
either him
saying Kamari getting
like
10 to 15 tackles, I'm putting my money on that getting an
I feel like
interception.
I feel like either him or Caleb are gonna get an interception this game. But I do see Thad with about 3 pass breakups though.
And lastly, do we see a UNC kick or punt return for TD? Do you
No,
think we see it? No?
I don't see it.
What would y'all say the strength of North Carolina is? Honestly?
I'll say the defense at this point.
You say the defense?
I would think the defense would be the strength of the team at the moment.
No. I like how she just came in. No. Just no. None of that.
But what you knowing us for? What we say?
She's speaking on behalf of the entire band chat.
Somebody said, I think Leroy Jackson has a good year if he stays healthy. I agree.
I'm gonna be honest.
Especially for him to be a freshman.
I'm gonna be honest. My dumb self read Leroy Jenkins for 2 seconds.
All right, let's do this.
She said no. What is North Carolina's strength? Do you say it's the defense?
The only reason why I'm saying it's the defense is because remember, Austin Blask is hurt, so one of your main offensive linemen is out for the time being. So the real question is like, who is going to be able to step up and fill that spot that's going to protect whoever the starting quarterback is. And there's more major questions coming towards the offense than is the defense. Like, is the passing game going to be better? Is the running game going to be as efficient? Who's going to be at quarterback? And is that offensive line, now that Blask is hurt, going to be anchored as well as it was the year before?
I'm going to say,
don't knock me wrong. The pieces are definitely there. You just got to. It's just the hope is, are they going to be together by then?
I'm going to respectfully disagree with you, and I'm going to say it's the running game. And the reason being is because of the way Belichick plays with the running game and play action. And you have Goss, you have Hood, you have French. I think that is going to be the strength because not only that helps with the play action pass. That helps set up the receivers on the outside. If you're bringing in Max, that gets him comfortable. If you're bringing in Gio, that gets his feet wet. If your line, even if your line is weaker because Blask, who is a huge part, don't get it twisted. Blask not being on there definitely hurts the offense. But good running backs can still make up as long as the O-line can just give them that little opening.
No, that's
just
fair.
That little.
I have no argument there.
So I think, and the defense-wise, because they've had a lot of turnover as well, even though I do trust it, they have more returners than the offense does.
Because I think if anything, the strength of this defense is more than likely going to be that back. It's going to be the back seven. Front seven is going to take a little bit of warming up, but I think
you're putting it more on the. So let me ask: are you putting it more on the secondary or the linebackers?
I'm putting it more on the secondary.
Okay.
Because I think even with some of the people gone, you still have a lot. You still have very solid pieces that stayed. Then you had very solid pieces that came in.
Mm-hmm.
Because defensive line wise, he worked a lot on getting some defensive line and front seven help for sure. With Kamari House being addition, Jonathan Agumadu's coming in there. Like the additions are great. Don't get it twisted whatsoever. But I think the emphasis for sure is going to be on the defense, on the secondary for sure.
I can respect that.
Because especially with, just like we said, with TCU being a pass first offense, if the pass rush isn't there in this first game, that's
gonna be a problem. Yeah, they're gonna have to step up and show out. I can see that. And speaking of people who believe and can see what the vision is for UNC, hey, let me tell you something, man. Matt Brown believes in UNC. Matt Brown believes in what we do. Matt Brown believes in Bill Belichick. Matt Brown believes in what can be done here because he knows what UNC said. So the reason why I'm saying that, y'all, Matt Brown appeared on the Colin Cowherd show this past week recently. and he shared his thoughts on Bill Belichick and the state of UNC athletics going forward. And so here's the quote that he had about Bill Belichick. And it was kind of broken up into parts, but I put it all together in one quote.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Like and share the video, even though these brothers hate my Buckeyes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 1,000%. 100. 1,000. Billy Wild. The only team I hate more than y'all is Texas.
And both of y'all play each other first week. I'm sick of y'all.
You know what? Can both of you lose? That'll help me.
I wish if only it were possible.
if it was possible,
end of the time,
nobody wins. Yes. Like nobody wins. You both lose. You both go 0-1. How about that? Don't even get a tie.
Don't even get a win.
Don't even. Man, it'd be the first time in history, and I'd be the one bookkeeping. You're like, yep, it's on the record.
I would take a picture of it, print it out, put it on my wall.
Hey, we're gonna slap it on Steve's desk.
There you go.
There you go. Enjoy that.
It'll be the thumbnail next time Steve comes in. It's gonna be in the background.
Just right there. Hey. Just ooh. But so Matt Brown, this is what he had to say about Bill Belichick. First things first, he said, I think he has a chance to win big and win big fast. Bill is arguably the best coach of any sport. When you win that many Super Bowls, the man can coach. He can evaluate. Administrators don't like to say it, but we have pro football at some level in college. We no longer have amateurism. We have payment scales. We got kids asking for money. They have agents. There's negotiations. The fact that we are much more like the NFL than ever before will really help Bill with this transition. Every coach wants his own players now. You've got money. You can evaluate and bring in who you want. And then he followed that up on their commitment. And he said this about UNC's like commitment to football. He's like, Chancellor Lee Roberts is committed to football. Big time. For the first time in North Carolina history, they are really wanting football to be good. So they're all in, and that gives them a chance to be successful.
Very true.
Hey. Say what you want. Some of y'all might say Mac Brown senile. Some of y'all might say Mac Brown is just a Tar Heel through and through. Some of y'all just might say he hates everybody else. But you know what the man didn't do? The man didn't lie. Like, I need you to understand this. The man did not lie. He did not tell.
Like when you have the whole organization committed to the sport and they want you to be successful, especially now, like that's big. Because when you have the chancellor from the top down is like, nah, we are backing y'all and want to make sure we do whatever we can to make sure y'all are successful. That does a whole lot on the back end for any team.
Like, it's one thing, and again, we've known the Tar Heels for years, y'all. Let's not sugarcoat it. UNC, when you ask the average person about UNC, University of North Carolina, it's the first thing they tell you. The basketball team? Let's be honest. That's the first thing they say. So the fact that the chancellor is, like you said, the fact that the chancellor is backing up football and they're really pushing hard to be like, nah, bro, we want to compete in football. We ain't won an ACC title since '81. Nah, we got to get back to the old ways because we ain't been good since Lawrence Taylor left like that. And by good, I mean as a whole team. Yes, we've had some great athletes come out of the football program, but we're talking like as a team as a whole that's competing for championships that can legit go and win it all. That's what I mean. So before some of y'all get in the comment section, Tar Heel Nation, who are really like, what you mean? What you mean, bro? We had great athletes. Come on now, bro. Like we've had great athletes, but we ain't had a team win a title since the 80s.
So we haven't had great teams. We've had great players.
For context, I'm a 93 baby.
Dre Bly.
See?
Yeah, we've had great players.
We've had great players. There's not great teams, bro. Like y'all might listen. Some of y'all gonna look at me and say this. You gonna think I'm speaking crazy. You gonna think my co-host might be speaking crazy, but we speaking the facts.
I'll confirm your suspicions. I do be speaking crazy, but I be telling the truth.
How that work?
Sometimes the truth is crazy.
That sounds like a Farnsworth quote.
You know how the movie tells you can't handle the truth. Sometimes it sounds like ridiculousness. Sometimes it sounds like nonsense. Remember, at one point, people said aliens didn't exist. Then it was confirmed that we've seen UFOs. We all thought they was crazy.
And technically, aliens have always existed.
Like I said, we thought that was crazy. And then they said UFOs was real. So here we are.
According to certain governments around the world, aliens have always existed.
Once again.
I feel like you might catch that joke. Or you caught the joke. You caught the intention. You caught the intention of my joke there.
Anyway.
Hey, yo, this Frosty good though, y'all.
You got the
Wednesday Frosty. Hey, product placement. Pay me.
Oh, put it down. No.
Pay me.
No,
pay us.
You're getting them paid twice. You stop that.
Pay us.
You get a regular Frosty. You act right.
Pay us, man.
We got a better chance with Dairy Queen. You stop this.
Yo, I kill for a soft serve from Dairy Queen, bro. Like, I love it. Fun fact, I was talking about that this weekend. You know how people get ice cream from out of like the freezer aisle at the store?
Yeah.
And a lot of people tell me, so they're like, yo, do you like ice cream like that? I mean, and I'll usually get like maybe ice cream sandwiches out of the freezer aisle, but I never get like the tubs of ice cream out of there. I am a soft serve type of dude. I just like getting soft serve ice cream for like McDonald's or Dairy Queen, McDonald's, or from like a regular ice cream shop. I am a soft serve type of guy. And for some reason, that gets me weird looks. And I don't like it. But you know what? I don't care at the end of the day. I think the weirdest look for you to me is more so the fact that I just like vanilla ice cream with sprinkles.
Vanilla ice cream. I don't like sprinkles though. That is the weird part to me.
Really? You hate sprinkles?
Yeah, I can't stand sprinkles.
I did not know that.
Like, they're the worst part of anything to me.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold up. Whoa. We ain't had to go. We ain't had to go that far. The worst?
The worst part of anything they're put on is the sprinkles.
Jesus Christ, sir.
To me, that is my opinion. That is how I feel about it. The fact that you are offended by my feeling is ridiculous. It's wild.
I'm offended because I'm your best friend and I love sprinkles.
Okay. I'm not telling you can't have sprinkles. Don't put sprinkles on anything that you give me.
I don't know. You tried to tell me one time. You was like, what are you doing? Steve said cookies and cream for the win.
Cream for the win. Fair.
Ice cream. Favorite ice cream sandwich. I know mine. M&M's. The M&M ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, mine's just classic.
Oh, the classic chocolate, classic rectangles?
Ice cream sandwich, yeah. Classic ice cream sandwich.
I like the M&M ones, especially if you get like there's a certain level, and it sounds crazy, and I sound like a fat kid when I say it, but there's a certain level of softness that you can get where the cookie is soft, but the ice cream's still like perfect. No, you bite into it, hey, bro, enjoy it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I might sound like a fat kid, but I don't care. Hey, it's good. Then we gonna move on.
Be legit too. But either way.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Not a whole lot.
I honestly wouldn't.
I used to say that joke all the time. I had to about a hot damn thing.
Like not anything. But saw this coming up. And last week we were talking about home field advantage, how based off the opposing quarterbacks we have, we might have like a legit home field advantage going through. Our biggest two problems essentially being Klubnik, Darian Mensah, and Josh Hooper, right?
And it's like, and looking at it, the road schedule is a lot weaker than the home schedule.
Oh, based off the QBs, absolutely.
Based off QBs alone, we'll just go ahead and kick it off, right? So September 6th against Charlotte. And let's go ahead and point out that Connor Harrell was named the starting quarterback for Charlotte.
Today?
No, I thought that's who I was talking about on the way when I was talking to you earlier.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to like San Francisco State, but no, it was Charlotte. He got named starting quarterback, I think last week or a few days ago.
Because when I saw in the article, like he was still up in the air between him, former Duke quarterback Grayson Loftus, and then former Southern Miss quarterback Zach Willick.
Now, I know he was named the starter for the first game, so I don't know if that's going to be for the rest of the season. But I do know he was named the starter to kick off the season. So we'll see. We'll see how that develops up until we play them. Because after that, I don't care what you do. Then you got Cam Fancher. Fancher, is that Fancher?
Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
From UCF. Now UCF could potentially be a legitimate game compared to some of the other games on this list, except Syracuse.
UCF is going to be a game because it's Florida in September.
I mean, it's still going to be warm.
It's going to be hot. Say what you want. It's going to either be muggy. It's going to be muggy. It's going to be hot still. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a real, real problem. You're a problem.
I'm a problem.
No, you ever seen that clip? Like, I don't know what movie it is, but it has Vince Vaughn in it, and like it's like him and a bunch of other dudes, and they're trying to get back somewhere. He's like, "Listen, we got to calm down and figure out our problems." He's like, first of all, you're a problem. You're a real, real problem.
Who did he play for last? Oh, he played for South. Was he Florida Atlantic?
Who? Cam Fancher?
Yeah. It was like he played for FAU.
Are you having that issue that I had last week where I was like, I've seen this name before?
Like, I seen the name, but I just didn't know who. I was looking at his stats, and I was like, I don't know who he played for last year.
That's what I'm saying. You remember how last week I had that issue with, what was the name? Like Maycock or something like that?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
And I was just sitting there, I was like, bro, I know I've seen his name before. Like, I've seen this name.
Huh. He was at Marshall for 3 seasons before that.
Good job, Marshall.
Shoot, looking at his numbers, he should have stayed at Marshall.
You know, he probably thought he had a better situation somewhere else.
I think he was starting at Marshall. He said, my brother's the biggest Clemson fan, and I tell him all the time, Klubnik is just average. I can't agree with that.
I would say this: Klubnik's gotten better. He's gotten better.
because like when he first got there, I would.
When he first got there, yeah, he's average. But I put it like this:
coming to it, he's definitely.
I put it like this: Klubnik is not on the level that Trevor Lawrence or Deshaun or even Taj Boyd, but he is better than what Kelly Bryant and DJ were.
For sure. And then on top of that, you kind of also have to admit that a lot of those games, the last 2 seasons, Klubnik was a major reason why they were.
He kept them in it. He kept them in the game. He kept them in the game. He might have lost like maybe 1 or 2, but more times than not, he kept them in a game.
Yeah, he kept them in games more often than not. And then on top of that, like you can tell over the past 2 seasons, he's like his decision making's got better, his accuracy's gotten better. And just his overall presence as a quarterback has just gotten better. So he's getting more and more confident each season. And if anybody really wants to halt any of that progress, just demolish him for a few games straight.
Just demolish him. He's like, yes. Yes.
Like you have to ruin his confidence, because once that confidence is gone, then Klubnik is now an average quarterback.
Get him shaking. That boy ain't with it. That boy's not with it. Like, I've seen that.
Because even last season, let's see here, because Fancher, 126 for like 212 attempts, 126 completions, 59% completion percentage for 1,500 yards, averaging 7.2 yards a pass, 6 touchdowns, broke even on interceptions to touchdowns, 6 and 6. It's like he was sacked 25 times.
Good God.
See, when he faces a good defense, he doesn't show up.
Yeah, I mean,
As the season goes on, he gets better with better defenses. But yeah, if you hit him with a good
if you're
defense,
going,
first
I'll
couple
say
of
this:
weeks, you got him rattled.
if you're going off of what he's done up to this point, that first year, absolutely, you couldn't put him up against any good defense. Like boy was not ready. Last year, like you said, he got better as the season got on. Like that experience was really starting to kick in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'll say the year before last, that Duke game was not a good showing. But
Oh
that was
no!
but that was on the
Oh
whole
no!
team though. The whole
Oh
team.
no! That Duke
Whole
game,
team.
that Duke game, I think I talked about that 2 years ago. That Duke game was horrible.
Because they get down in the red zone within the 10-yard line and not be able to score for like 3-4 drives straight is ridiculous.
Bro, that game was atrocious
against Duke before, and this is before Duke got as good as they were last season.
Bro, they lost to them, if I recall correctly, like 28-7.
Yeah, it was bad. I was shocked.
You.
And then let's see here.
The world was shocked.
So basically, what it goes. So what we're seeing here is, so when we see UCF, what's more than likely going to happen, because from what I can tell, Fancher is just a flat out running quarterback. He does not throw very often, and when he does,
hit him some more, hit him again. Hey, when he tries to get up, trample him. That's what I'm hearing.
Like his best passing season was his last season at Marshall. Had 308 attempts, completed over 65% of his passes for 2,100 yards, but still went 11-11. Still broke even.
Hey.
So he's not really gonna hurt you majorly when it comes down to passing the ball.
That game is gonna be the front seven game. Can the front seven just contain?
And he was also sacked 27 times.
Now, when you got California on October 17th, we play against Jaron Kioe Sagapolutele. There it is.
Sagapolutele.
There it is. See anemone? Like, bro, that joint had me in a chokehold. So we got him. Then you got Steve and Gele at Syracuse. And I've told you once, I'll tell you twice, I'll say it a third time because I'm nice. Syracuse on the road on Halloween is a bad place to be. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you go. I never want to play in that dome. I'm sorry, bro. I don't trust it. If Syracuse has a home game on Halloween with all that orange, it is not a good game, bro. Like that game should be banned. I don't like it.
I'm gonna ask. I don't know. I probably asked before, but I'm gonna ask again. Why do you feel this way?
Do you not remember the trip? Do you not remember the trip we had to Greenville? The last time we saw and paid attention to a Syracuse game on Halloween.
Was that Halloween? I could have sworn
it was. No, that was Friday the 13th. Either way, just as spooky of a night. It was in October.
Listen, I could have sworn it was warmer than that, but either way,
it was. I know. The date was a 3 and a 1, and because you were like it wasn't Halloween because we would have been out we wouldn't have been out on Halloween. I think we did something else. Oh, So it was Friday the 13th.
So it had to be Friday.
It was Friday the 13th. But either way, Syracuse in that time frame, I am afraid. He says the UCF game worries him, and that's fair.
And tell you the hold on, let me go back.
The ramifications. I'll say this: if North Carolina loses to UCF, that has bigger ramifications down the line because that loss is going to look worse. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
that loss is just going to look worse. Like no matter what you look at, Carolina could do everything. Carolina losing to Syracuse. All right, y'all lost to Syracuse. Carolina lost to UCF. That just looks bad.
And to be honest, looking at it, I can understand why. Because looking at some of their numbers from last year, Like their quarterback only threw for 1,000 yards last season. Like no quarterback on their roster threw for more than 1,000 yards.
Mm.
But their start RJ Harvey, their starting running back from last year. Like he's drafted now. He's with the Broncos now.
Mm-hmm.
1,600 yards rushing last season.
I mean, he's the same as Amarian Hampton then.
Averaging 6.8 yards a carry, 22 touchdowns. So yeah, he was just basically another Marion Hampton. The next guy behind him was actually one of the other quarterbacks for 401 yards. The next closest running back was Miles Montgomery, who only ran for 293 yards.
So I feel the same way about Syracuse. Man, listen, bro. They just something about playing in that orange dome in October. It ain't it. It ain't it. I don't trust it. I don't
Now, I'm
trust
worried
it.
about Syracuse regardless. It ain't really matter what time of year it is for me, but like I'm worried about Syracuse regardless because
As
Syracuse
much as
somehow, some way.
I'll say this,
I don't
and
know.
I do want to give a slight shout out to the Syracuse head coach because I saw a clip of him earlier today, and his son is on the team, right? His son's on the team,
right?
Now he's flat out said his son is good enough to make the team and be on scholarship. But what he did was he's like, I pay for my son's college. This way I could give scholarship to another player who needs it. So basically, his son's on the team, and he also is helping another kid who may not have gotten to that school be on the team and get his education. And I think that's a cool 2-for-1 thing that the coach could do because he could have been a regular dad and been like, my son's on scholarship. I could come out of here and not pay anything. But you're a millionaire head coach, and you can help not only your son essentially get a free college, but you also help another kid. Hey, shout out to him.
Yeah. So, final score prediction versus TCU. So my prediction is 34-27, North Carolina over TCU. Some other predictions I've seen was TCU 34-27. You said 37-27, right?
I said 27-24.
27-24.
I got a 27-24 game.
In here, Steve said 34-24, North Carolina over TCU.
Yeah. I got 30.
What you got, Dimitri?
I got 34-24. Or, 27-24. That's what I got. Steve got 34-24.
Yeah, Steve got 34-24. I got 27-34. So the biggest worry, and once again, I know I'm still on UCF real quick, but the biggest worry offensively, it looks like, will be Jaden Nixon. Let's see, I think he was a transfer. I don't know what school he transferred in from, but last season ran for 919 yards, 6.4 average yards a carry, averaging 12 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Transferred in from Western Michigan.
Nice.
He was at OK State before that, and yeah, it's like he could tell he transferred from OK State to get the better opportunity, and definitely got it.
Shout out to him, man.
Because listen, his last year in OK State, 50 carries for 197.
Oh yeah, he said I'm out.
Yeah, jumped to 143 carries for 919. So yeah,
he said I'm out.
Yeah, he made a good choice there. Because he would have just been stuck on the depth chart somewhere at OK State. Because OK State tends to always have some kind of good running back on it.
Wow.
You know what? I asked you and you answered. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I don't think it's gonna be that bad though. I don't see like even if TCU wins, I don't see it being this big of a margin.
Absolutely not, bro.
I don't see not three. I don't see no
40, bro. That's not even, bro.
That's 3 touchdowns.
You got them. You got them doubling the score.
Doubling up on them. I don't.
I can't see that, bro. Like, if you want to say TCU wins, cool. I'll even give you a 10 to a 14 spot. You said 48-24 with confidence. Ooh,
that man said TCU skunking them boys.
Like he said, pass the sticks. Get off.
So, quick side note to all of y'all in here: there is a possibility. We ain't solidified it yet. That we may have a Discord created.
We may have a Discord. Yeah, we may have a Discord created. Could be a thing. Maybe dropping that in and whatnot. Do watch parties in there and whatnot. That way we can all join together
And
and
also,
enjoy the games.
keep an eye out. The North Carolina Live Twitter is on the way. We just ain't got it fixed up yet. We are working on it. So we'll have that down here on that baseline.
Yep, the Twitter will be up. Hopefully the IG will be up soon. We may be getting even a TikTok.
Yeah.
And also, they're working on it now. It's live, but the North Carolina section isn't up yet. The Voice of College Football is having a merchandise store that we are having up, and each team is getting their own merchandise. They're still working to get ours.
So yeah, just want to let y'all know that.
48. This man about to
Robbie Ashford of Wake Forest.
This man about to have me break my rule of drinking in the middle of the week with that 48-24. Like I might need a shot on that. Like what?
Yeah, Robbie Ashford coming from Wake Forest on November 15th, and then CJ Bailey, North Carolina State. I still
Bailey gonna be that's gonna be a show. Like I think that's gonna be a slow
show.
That's gonna be a show, especially at the end of the year.
And I'm gonna be real with you. Based off this is just pregame thought, preseason before the season's even started, based off of what I saw from North Carolina State last year, I would be more accepting of this kind of score for the NC State game than the TCU game.
The reason why I would be more accepting of it for the NC State game is because one thing I'll say, NC State is known for football.
NC State,
like, I can't knock you. Like in terms of football, like most North Carolina schools is known for basketball. Davidson, North Carolina, Duke, Wake Forest, Wofford, like Liberty, like these schools are usually known for basketball. But I can always say NC State, and I'll say ECU too, were always known more as a football school. So I can see that for NC State.
NC State it's just now starting to become like a decent basketball school. So you
right
just be on the watch for them, man. They gonna be there's gonna be some movers and shakers coming in through there soon.
Like movers and shakers.
Speaking of movers and shakers, we got some of the recruits, some of the new boys that's coming in next year is showing out come to start the seasons. Their senior years are rolling around. So we got Zamarius Robertson out of Dillon, South Carolina with 10 receptions, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns in his first game. See, and that's why you muted. Then you got Viliami Mawala, 1 sack and 1 forced and 1 fumble recovery. And for a defensive tackle, that's solid. Got Ashton Blatt, 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. Amir Brown with 1 rushing touchdown. Xavion Griffin Haynes with 4 tackles for loss. And Zamarion Gordon with 1 receiving touchdown going into their season openers. So, and listen, I'm excited to see them when they come through next season because, man, so I think he missed it when I said earlier that ain't nobody hearing him right now because he's silent. I don't know what happened, but it happened. He ain't muted. He just ain't no noise coming out his end of things.
Oh,
there you go. There he is.
Wow, that's interesting. That's embarrassing.
Out here laughing at me because my mic went out.
Hey, listen, your mic went out because you hit the mic. You know what? My mic went out.
Yeah, you pushed the wrong button.
Exactly. hey, listen, legitimately push the mute button on here. First time I've ever done it.
Crazy.
I was excited. Excited.
It's crazy.
Is work. It? Hey, crazy work. Shady McCoy.
Not Shady McCoy.
Hey, listen, bro. Shady McCoy get down. But oh yeah, Bill Belichick announcing the hard not release. I want you to see this video, man, because this joint was kind of fire. It was absolute fire, as one would say, as the kids in France would say.
Absolute garbage.
Worst
Reveal
Worst comic book ever.
ever.
King Julian. But here's Big Bill making his announcement, man. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I know that you guys have heard that there was a lot of interest in doing a, let's call it season-long documentary or season-long show about North Carolina football. And so I'm excited really to share with you that we will be doing that with Everwonder and Hulu that will showcase our football program. Okay, this is about the UNC football program. There's obviously a lot of interest in it, and it'll stream on Hulu later this fall. It's going to feature the players working hard, which you guys do, all right? It's about the players improving and getting better through their hard work, which you do, all right? And a program starting from where it started from several months ago to wherever it's going to go during the course of the season, which of course will be determined on the field, all right? It'll show our commitment to winning. It'll show our commitment to the team, all right? And that's our priority, all right? And now let's start.
Leave it to Bill to never know how to impress at media conferences like that. And it'll start.
There you go.
Now, here you go, bro. And then I don't know if you saw, but did you see the one guy who had the blue Tar Heel jersey but didn't know? He looked confused on where to be. He's just like, am I over there? Like, am I supposed to go over here? He's like by himself while Bill is holding up the T-shirt with the other dude. He's just like, oh, so we're not posing.
They're like, John, camera one.
Camera one. You said camera 3? No, 1.
Where's one over there?
My God. We told him that. I told you to put the tape on the ground for him. I did. He knocked it off. But I think we both share the same sentiment. I didn't think this was showing this fall. I thought this was going to be shown in the spring after.
It was going to be next spring or something like that. I thought it was going to be like a legit Hard Knocks summer, something like that. I didn't know. I didn't think it would be this.
Because I thought essentially the same way they do quarterback and receiver on Netflix, where they cover them for the whole season and then don't show it until after it's all done.
Right.
That's what I thought this was going to be. So the fact that it's getting released in the fall, either A, tells me that they only covered probably from when Bill first arrived up through fall camp, or B, crazy enough, and I don't expect Bill Belichick to be this type of guy because he never did in New England, they're actually going to include in-season footage too, like games, which I don't foresee, because you never could get Bill to do Hard Knocks in New England. You mean to tell me all of a sudden now he wants to do Hard Knocks through the season in North Carolina, especially in his first year?
He was funny. They have yet to do a Hard Knocks in New England.
Yet. It is not the Bobby Kraft way.
It is not.
It is not the Bobby Kraft way. Vrabel ain't going to do that up there.
And as we speak on ways, let's talk about the way Gio Lopez made his way to UNC.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give that one to you. I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give you that one. Speaking of ways, I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one.
Recently they kind of interviewed Gio, and just to see like what to which he said the opportunity was enough. So this is Gio Lopez's journey to UNC, because initially, did you know his first love was actually baseball? And when he when he eventually changed over to football, he didn't even want to play offense.
He wanted to be a DB.
He was competing at quarterback. So they transitioned him at both sides. He was doing cornerback, safety, wide receiver, and running back.
Running back.
But it was his dad that told him to give it a shot at quarterback. He goes on to say, I had to force him to play quarterback. He didn't want to play quarterback. And I said, listen, you need to give it a try, see what you can do, help your team out. And he said the switch paid off, but it wasn't out of luck. or by accident, Lopez put in the work to get to the next level at one of the hardest positions in sports. And now, as UNC's season's opener against TCU quickly approaches, the transfer from South Alabama has settled in North Carolina as he competes for the starting job. And it said the work to get the spot began in the backyard of Lopez's family home in Madison. No professional trainers or fancy machines, just nets, tires paired with Lopez's desire to be the best.
Madison, where? Wisconsin?
Madison, Alabama.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's an Alabama native.
Okay.
He said Barney would roll tires across the yard and Gio would have to throw the football through them. The two recreated drills they found online. One specific drill included a big net located in the backyard divided into numbered sections. Barney would yell out a number for Lopez to hit. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember as a kid doing the tire rolling thing.
Oh, yeah, you got to roll it and then throw through it.
Yeah, you'd have to throw it through the tire. Yeah. I used to do that all the time as a kid. And then another thing I would do was try to hit from a distance into a trash can.
We kind of had a similar, like the numbered net thing.
Yeah.
We had a similar version of that, but what me and my god brothers did, we did it for baseball, and we put chalk on the concrete wall, and it was a numbered zone. So, and we did it with a tennis ball. So you throw a tennis ball at a spot in the zone over home plate. So that's what we would do. And because it was a tennis ball, we could throw it as hard as comfortable as we want without like messing it up or anything. Mom and dad wouldn't get mad, nothing like that.
So, and they're saying after his junior year in high school, had a major setback, ended up having to get shoulder surgery, which ended up slowing his recruiting down, except for South Alabama, where the coach actually visited him in the hospital and offered him a full scholarship in the hospital.
Shout out to that coach.
And he said South Alabama, and Lopez goes to say South Alabama gave me the opportunity, and I'm forever thankful for that. Said first year, he was redshirted, played 5 games, throwing for 475 for TDs. But during his first full season, he started 6-foot left-handed gunslinger, broke out 25-59. So we already know the numbers. We talked about him plenty of times.
Yup.
Last season showed what he could do with his game on full display, his ability to make out something that out of nothing stood out. And he says you watch some of them. His dad goes, so you watch some plays of Gio, he's running around in the backfield and he's watching downfield. And he's actually pointing, telling his receiver where he wants them. He's conducting them to where he needs them to be if the play gets broken. And he said he decided to enter the transfer portal. And that's when Bill Belichick called, said the recruiting pitch was short and simple. Come compete and play at a Power 4 level. That was it. So when Lopez committed to UNC in the spring, he knew the starting position wasn't a given. That was fine for him. All he wanted was a chance to compete. Because, of course, nothing was given to me because I didn't earn anything. He said, because I didn't earn anything. I'm 20 years old. I've got a lot of life still to earn a lot of things. So, for me, the opportunity was enough for me to take that. So, at the end of the day, like, Lopez is good. Like, Lopez is ready to compete for what he's got to do. And I love seeing that kind of competitiveness, especially in a younger guy like him.
I'm all for it.
I still think Lopez is going to be QB1, but if he's not, he's ready. He's ready to compete with whoever.
I'll say this: if Lopez ain't QB1, I'll put it like this: that man gonna be a danger after having a year under a Belichick system where he ain't had to play.
Because he even
says, think about that. If they play Max this whole year, like give Max like the senior treatment, to give him the senior ride, right? And you give Gio Lopez an entire year to learn under this Belichick offense, and Belichick's like, hey, I'll give you a whole year to learn what I want you to do. And then they give him the keys next year and say, is your squad? Oh, boy.
Oh, listen, because he even said himself, like, goal-wise, it's just to win games. I could go out there and throw for 10 yards a game. If we win 12 games, I don't care.
That's the attitude I always had, bro. I never understood.
Nobody's gonna be happy that you only threw 10 yards a game.
Right. I mean, like, do I want more personally? Yeah, but if that's what gets us a win, I'm all right. Like, I never understood.
And then shout out to his dad on top of that. Like, his dad finished out the article talking about basically saying absolutely words can't describe it. So Barney said, sometimes I'll lay in bed at night watching his videos and I tear up, and it's just knowing that my son is getting to live his dream. So
And think about
So that's
this:
what the parent
if
wants
Gio
from me.
Lopez goes on and gets drafted in the NFL, he definitely has his dad to thank because it's like, bro, I had to convince you to be a quarterback. And now you are a quarterback in the NFL. Think about that. You told me you didn't want to do this. I saw the vision. You ain't see what I saw. I knew. Think, Mark. Think, Gio. Think, Gio. Do you understand? You have they want a fraction of your power. They want a fraction of your talent. Think, Gio.
Listen, man, and the man with power is crazy, especially when you got to talk to Michael Lombardi about how he's settling in.
I'm done with you with these transitions. All right. Do you want to do the transition from now on? Because I'll admit you be killing it, but yeah, bro, I'm done with this. Oh my god!
Recently on 97.9 The Hill, they interviewed Michael Lombardi about how he's settling in and how things over in North Carolina are going.
Oh my god, man. Oh man.
They basically only asked him like 5 simple questions. They asked him a whole lot. They asked him like, okay, like on settling into Chapel Hill, like how to the community. Said it's a really incredible community. It's a beautiful place, and the people have been incredibly friendly and open armed. And I think they're excited about our football team. I think they're excited about what they're trying to build here and make this a football element in the fall where people can come and enjoy the game and celebrate this incredible stadium that we have and build this program to national prominence. They also asked him about his day-to-day role. He said, well, in any football organization, there has to be 2 people that really oversee the program. Head coach is somebody that runs the operations in terms of allocation of dollars towards the players. And it's been a 2-person job in the National Football League, but it's a one-voice job. And that voice comes from Belichick in terms of talking about the team in front of the team, handling the team on a daily basis. My job is really in the background to give coach what he needs in terms of the players and how we're going to build this team. It's not just about one game. It's about building something that's sustainable over a longer period of time, which, I mean, it's facts. You always got to have the middleman or the background guy that does the legwork.
You need the producer in the back.
Basically, and asking him what he's looking for from the team in the first few games of the season. He says, we got a lot of new players, 70 new players on our roster. It's about building a team and coming together. It's one play at a time. I think anything that goes beyond that, people don't want to hear about that. But if you're building a team that's based on process, that's what we're doing. I think it's all about getting better. It's about 1% improvement each and every day, but that's just not for the players. That's for us in the personnel department. It's for us in the coaching staff, the kitchen, that help the cooks for the players, that help cook for the players. Everybody has to get better every single day, and that's what we're trying to do. So the one thing you learn about being great players like Tom Brady, Joe Montana, those guys, everything about getting better every single day. And at the end of the year, you want to be better than when you started. 100% facts. That's just baseline coaches in general. So
I ain't gonna lie.
Overall,
I got kind of scared for like 2 seconds. And the reason being is because he essentially said, trust the process.
He essentially said, trust the process.
And I immediately went back to just thinking, like Philadelphia? No, not like the Sixers.
Listen, this is a different sport, a different process.
I was like, can we at least trust the process like Oklahoma City? Please.
Listen.
I was like, no. So, but overall, Mike ain't say nothing that we don't believe. Mike ain't say nothing that ain't true. Mike ain't say nothing that is not factual or cannot be backed up just by sentiments alone. And honestly, you spoke on it earlier, but in order for a program to really succeed, you do have to have everybody bought in from the top to the bottom, the GM and all types of things. And Mike Lombardi is going to be that guy who can go to bat for Bill when you have to talk to like the higher ups, the chancellor, so on and so forth. It's like, oh, why do you need this? It's like, bro, we need this because Bill needs this.
Facts.
It's like Bill needs this, and this is what y'all want him to do. If we can't provide him this, what are we doing? We're failing the institution.
He can't do what we want, what we're wanting him to do. If we can't if we can't give him what he needs to do it with. So he's needing us to give him what he needs, so that way he can do what we're wanting him to do.
Right.
Let's go out, coach these guys, and win games. If we can't give him what needs to be done, or the resources that allow him to do that, then we're not going to win games.
If we want him
trying to build.
If we want him to be the mathlete champion, but we don't go out and get the practice test and the pencils and the resources so he can practice to be mathlete champion, we are failing as teachers.
Is that we want him to be a chess master, but all we give him is the board with no pieces.
I ain't gonna lie, I might be playing tic-tac-toe or checkers at some point. It's like he's playing the whole wrong sport.
You playing mind games at that point.
Minesweeper. Damn. Not again. Fact, did you know that the numbers tell you how close you are to a bomb?
How many mines are around that space, or how many other things are in that space? Yeah.
I ain't learned that for years, bro. Like, you play Minesweeper, however many numbers, like there's a bomb in that area, or how many bombs are like.
Bro, I used to just click and hope for the best.
Man, listen.
I used to just click
that's exactly what I used to do. I'm just like, all right, spot. Dang.
Because for the longest time, I 100% did not know how to win Minesweeper at all.
And then, bro, I got tripped out when I found out that you could mark a spot with like a flag or something, and be like, yeah, nah, don't touch this one. I said,
yeah, you could put little pins to tell you where.
I was like, wait, I was today years old.
And you know who else is going to be today years old tomorrow?
I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Oh my God. I'm sick. Bro, I'm sick. Oh my God, dog. Sick of you, bro. Sick of it.
You know what's bad?
3 for 3.
Listen, I passed up on an earlier opportunity.
Oh my God, 3 for 3 though.
We were talking about people being in the background. I was like, you know what? You know who doesn't have to be in the background tomorrow because it's his birthday.
3 for 3, bro. Oh my God.
But that was definitely a better one. You know who's gonna be today years old tomorrow?
Oh my God.
Our boy Caleb Cost, his birthday is tomorrow, August 27th. Hey, go out, have a good practice tomorrow. Stay safe, enjoy your birthday, and you know what? The team owes you a win come the first. That's all.
Listen. You might have to delay the party, but make sure you win on Monday. You can celebrate better next weekend.
That part, especially since you at home, you ain't got to go nowhere but leave the stadium. Come on,
I'm just saying you can't. Y'all don't play till Monday night, so if it was Friday or Saturday night, you'd really can have a good birthday. But
facts.
That's all I'm saying. Right? Oh man, Lord, I'm done with. Transition for the win.
It's just our favorite segment of the show. Tar Heel takeaway.
Is it my week or your week to start?
This is you this week.
I start this week. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Oh man. My Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Whew. I don't know, man. Hey, listen. Get you a partner, a friend, a ride or die who can make you laugh at the most inopportune stuff, bro. At the dumbest of things. Like, it could be a stick, and y'all can have an inside joke about it. Make sure you have a great friend who can get you through the highs and lows, through the good and the bad. And honestly, truth be told, it's just flat out stupid. It's flat out stupid. just nonsensical debauchery. You're going to question why you're with them. You're going to question the friendship. You're currently going to go through what seems like 4 divorces, 3 separations, and a counseling session because they don't want to admit that they can be toxic. That's your best friend. That's your best friend. You're going to stick beside him. You're going to stick beside him. You're going to be an alternate at their wedding. You're going to be a godparent to their child. And what's bad is their child going to call you uncle or auntie. Ain't no blood relation whatsoever. And when you go on to the upper room, whichever one of you goes first, the other's going to haunt the other pettily with some petty things. That's my Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Get you that friend, man.
Solid.
And speaking of this takeaway,
I got a new stick.
Oh, what? What is that?
It's a stick.
Hey, yo, TJ, Matt, don't get mad at me. What the hell? That's your takeaway? Hold up. That's your takeaway? I got a stick?
I got a new stick. But no, that's not it.
I swear I thought that was
Tar Heel takeaway today is don't be afraid of transitions. Sometimes transitions in life can be grand. Sometimes they may not work, but that's all right. We all go through different transitions in life. We go through different transitions in shows, episodes, and different things going on with you when you know this and that. But don't be afraid of change. Things are constantly changing all around you. Things are changing in your life on a daily basis all the time. Your body's changing, your career's changing, your friends change, phone numbers change, everything changes. Don't be afraid to embrace it for the right reasons. Sometimes when a change comes along, it may not work in your favor, but that's all right. Once again, things tend to come back around for good on your end. Just don't fold over before it happens. So that's my whole thing is don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid of transitioning, because at the end of the day, that bad luck that it may start out with is going to wrap back around into something even better. That's my Tar Heel takeaway today, of the week, of the month. Also, just let y'all know, once again, keep an eye out for the Discord server. We may put out a video, we may put out a post. Just keep an eye on the YouTube page for when that comes around. So,
for sure, we gonna try to get that situated. And I think this week I have the bets video set as the outro, so they might get that.
Greatest certainly life is change. Facts. It really is.
Listen, the greatest certainty in life is being certain that I'm gonna win $50 million.
You know what else I can be certain of?
I swear to God.
This is I hope
I'm done with you. I'm done with this. Get this man off my show, bro. I'm done with him. You know what? Get this man off my show, bro. I'm done with it. We are out, y'all. Hope y'all have a great one. This has been North Carolina Tar Heel Live. Y'all know what we do. Hey, peace. Much love to all of y'all. We out of here, bro.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select a betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.